Thank you. I also want to thank staff for their work on this and all the elected officials and everyone else that's had anything to do with this. I do have concerns about Brisbane. We don't have a full room, and I can tell you in regards to my city, we did work it out. I think in regards to all the other cities, we worked it out. And I'm thinking that there was something wrong with the process in regards to Brisbane. And when I asked the question about where the number came from, and when it comes from a developer on a project that hasn't gone to their council, I think that is the problem. I think it's a serious problem. You didn't come back and say we did our own independent analysis and we arrived at that number. The number came from the developer, and in fact, the developer is here and spoke. And I think that that is something, honestly, that should cause pause, because I think you did negotiate with most of us, if not all of us. And you certainly did with Alameda, and so thank you. Initially, our plan had proposed housing on our reserve where we have our lease turn, and housing on top of our already established shopping centers. And those were removed. Of course, the proposed houses on the lease turn reserve was removed, and that was a mistake. And so that was acknowledged, and the number was reduced. For some reason, it sounds like Brisbane has not been afforded that same opportunity. And in fact, since they raised this issue, I would have preferred hearing that you did, ABAG, MTC, whomever does this analysis, did their independent analysis and came back with a number that wasn't coincidentally a number from a developer. So I do think that is a serious problem. And as much as I think all these other cities can think, yes, we did our job, we met their needs, I think our job as a regional board is in fact to think of all the parts of the region and not to leave any of them behind. So I applaud you for resolving it with all these other cities, but honestly, since I didn't hear from you that you did in fact come up with an independent number that you think is the appropriate number for Brisbane, I will not be able to support it. And while I acknowledge the law that you're saying it has no relevance, I can tell you the developer would not be here tonight speaking if it had no relevance. Absolutely. And so anyone that is thinking that it has no relevance, at the end, I do hope that you will help support Brisbane in underscoring that, because obviously there is a problem. When a developer shows up, they are here advocating. Make no mistake. And when that number is not independent, I think there is a problem. So yes, I applaud you for working with all of us. I think Brisbane has a serious problem. Now, I would, in fact, they did ask, can this wait until September? What is staff's response in regards to having it wait until September, since they are obviously in negotiations currently with the developer?
Well, one response is we have a $300 billion transportation plan aligned with this action. And there are projects in that plan that may suffer distress if we are not able to adopt this plan today. We have a cycle that we adopt these plans every 4 years. And so essentially the approvals we have run out when the plan runs out. And one project in particular with BART that I'm aware of does have a timing problem if we wait. So I think there is a material difference between acting tonight and waiting.
So I appreciate that. I will not be able to support moving forward. I think it's extremely unfortunate that you all did not make some arrangement with Brisbane. I think that most of us know they would not be here if there had been some compromise or some independent analysis that arrived at that number. Thank you.
Thank you, Trish.